Guys, I ended on accident, but this is part two basically. And NS Norfolk Southern as a passenger. This is the ugliest thing I ever seen.
I like the black livery, but...
Alright, so next is this locomotive, BC Rail. Honestly, I've seen like pictures of pictures of similar her engines to this. Like for example, CSX made like this engine as well. Same for like BNSF. But like I have a question for BNSF and CSX for them making the like this engine right here. Why did you guys make it in the first place if it's like uncontrollable? Like what was the point of it? Okay, I like this paint scheme. It's pretty cool. Well, if this were to exist, I think I would go to like Chicago just to see these, or wherever Union Pacific even passes by. By the way, guys, part one won't be posted, and I'm really sorry. I'll just like show the clip again. Okay, just no. Alright, so I restarted it to show you guys reactions because part one was canceled. And Metra with a fighter station. This is honestly, this would be useful for like wood or like derailments, to be honest. Like if there was a derailment, if there was something catching fire, they would like have this. But I think this is honestly useful for like the back of like Metras. I think this would only be useful for the back of Metras. Alright, so this one's like strange. What even is this one meant to be? So you first got like something like from BNSF, but then Seaboard System, and then something else I can't read. Alright, so the next one. This one's kind of cool. I like the paint scheme. This is the locomotive that they built. Well, I don't really know how to react with this one. A like newer paint scheme on an old engine. By the way, I know there are like this is an old engine kind of, because like back in the day they didn't have like trains that we have now these days. But like still though, I don't know how to react with this. Okay, first of all, this should never exist. Why would this even? All right. Honestly, when I see trains with black and white, and like they're like something like this honestly, it kind of looks like good. Like I think this is like great, like very good. I call this like a banger or something. I don't know. This is hard. But I know for a fact that those farmers that continuously yell at trains, which I used to do, they would be going crazy over these locomotive engines. And honestly, I have a big question. What started farmers to like yell at trains? Okay, I'm not really a fan of like this engine, but if this were to exist, I just don't like this. All right, I don't like it. The paint scheme is good, but the engine looking quite bad. All right, this paint scheme looks kind of good. If these started existing, I would move to like Chicago, Canada, or something like that, just to see these engines. This is pretty cool. Wait, doesn't this look like a soda? Okay, never mind. It does look like soda. By the way, I am using someone's videos because I am not allowed to go on Facebook or stuff like that, like Instagram, which is for obvious reasons. Okay, what is this even meant to represent? What is this even meant to represent? So, I don't understand. I'm pretty sure that every train is meant to use one or two, they're meant to use like two paint thingies. Like they're meant to use like paint, like different paint. Okay, I can't really say it as I said it last time, but like I was like trying to explain that like you can't just make a locomotive with all colors. You're meant to use like one or four, or like maybe one or four. I think one or two who would look good. Like one or two with like one or two paint would look good on the engine. not like 500. Okay, Amtrak operating lifesaver liveries on engines like these. Nope, this is correct. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all. The plane model is pretty interesting. It's like one of those like, it's like one of those like birds or something like that. But honestly, Metrolink Inc. train company on a plane just doesn't make sense. James, what happened? Okay, I think this is pretty cool. This looks pretty cool to me. It's like a blue gray. Is it? Should I even call this a livery? A blue and gray livery or something like that. On a heritage unit, I think this is a heritage unit. Except for this tiny logo right here. They need to change that logo to be a bit bigger because that's okay. If CN were to ever make something like this, I am like, I'm just staying away from passenger trains. Okay, Masker cargo as a train. That hits, this paint scheme hits hard, but it's just, I think this would only run, like this would only okay, hold up guys, I think this would only look good for like running cargo and stuff. Like running cargo, like this Masker train, if it were to be real, I would like it if it would run for cargo, because Masker is a cargo. And yes, this is my first video about I don't think engines like these should Alright, final engine. It's just, I think I already reacted to this one, but to be honest, this one, the engine doesn't even look good, and what makes it worse, and it doesn't make it worser, but like I have a question for whoever photoshopped this one, or no, whoever was driving this engine, like not the paint scheme. I know the paint scheme was like photoshopped it and this and that, I think, but whoever was like in the passenger train before it was photoshopped, why was it pulling a Union Pacific? Like honestly, was a passenger train pulling a freight train? I mean, that's kind of strange. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. Psych, we're gonna. Nope, I'm kidding.